good evening and welcome to your very own BYJU'S 6th, 7th and 8th grade channel. I'm your teacher Aishwarya and I welcome you to today's class wherein we are going to be solving 15 very important questions if you are somebody who is going to be writing Akash National Talent Hunt exam. And as you can see, today's class is going to be a live quiz which is going to happen on the Menti platform. So I hope all of you are excited for today's class, and if you can hear me, see me clearly and everything is okay, very quickly students, especially my live students, give me a quick thumbs up and let me know that we are good to go. Yes, good evening Divakar, I can see Gurdeep. Yes, 6th grade students can join, but this Menti might be little tough, right? Good evening Purvi, Aradhya, Shushma, I can see Satyabanu, Tanish, Rashi, Tanishk, Shrivanti, Alina, good evening. Yes? Okay. So now, as you can see, today's class is going to be your favorite, our favorite, everybody's favorite Menti quiz, and it is like I promised. But let me tell you, today's Menti today's quiz is going to be a little challenging for all of you. See, as much as we play the quiz, it's also important that all of you are, equipped to solve some slightly tough questions. So I hope all of you are excited for this class, and in case if this is the first time you're joining our class, I welcome you to BYJU'S 6th, 7th and 8th grade channel. I hope that all of you are excited to be a part of our beautiful family. So very quickly students, let me know that we're good to go, and Ranjit sir, if possible, can we reduce my self view and increase the comment font size? Yes? Okay, so now of course I can see that many of you here are also excited to be a part of today's class. I can see many of you are here, many more students to join. So students, as we know, it's going to be on Menti platform. So very quickly, let me just write this down. Few things to keep in mind for today's class. First and foremost, do we all know what is ANTHE? That is Akash National Talent Hunt exam. It's going to be happening from the next week, right? It's going to be happening from the next week, and as you can all see, I hope all of you have registered. If not, you can go ahead and register. The link is available in the description of this video. Now, ma'am, why should I write this ANTHE exam? What is the purpose? Now, of course, you're still in 7th standard, which means you will be like, Arey ma'am, I'm still in 7th standard, I'm still enjoying life, why should I write ANTHE? Now, it's important to understand that when you write such exams like ANTHE, NSO, there are various other competitive exams. The main thing that you guys, especially when you're at your age, what you get is exposure. Now, what do I mean by exposure? So, later on, maybe in about the next 4 to 5 years, you will be someone who might be aspiring to write some competitive exam, whether you want to be an engineer, doctor, lawyer, you want to, be in the government service, whatever is it that you aspire to do. Even as a matter of fact, if you want to become a teacher, you have to be qualified to be a teacher, right? So you will have to give some kind of competitive examination. Now, at that time, you shouldn't get scared and get cold feet telling, Arey ma'am, I can't give competitive exam, I'm too scared to do this. You need to start getting a little bit exposure, a little bit confidence, right? You need to feel like you can do this. Now, how will you build that confidence? By practicing, and by giving such examination, which is why we see that ANTHE comes handy. So please go ahead and register. Link is available in the description of the video. And of course, as we all know, right? As you all know, today's class is going to be Menti. So go ahead and join the code. So go to www.menti.com and today's code is going to be 224069 and 38. Yes. Now, I can see many of you have joined, and of course, many of you are watching live. That means that today we need to have at least 100 likes before I get started. And I can see Rashi is very excited to be the like leader. So today our like leaders are going to be Rashi and Srijita. So Rashi and Srijita, you have come forward today with a lot of enthusiasm. So both of you are going to be my like leaders for the day, making sure that today we hit at least 200 likes. Yes, 200 likes we'll have to hit. And see, every day I have a new like leader. So in case if today you're not the like leader, tomorrow you will be the like leader. Yes. So Yashmit and Aesthetic Pro Gamer and everybody else, you will get a chance to be like leader. Just be regular to my classes. You will all have an opportunity. Yes, very good. So now, of course, very quickly, students, one more thing, a few things to keep in mind. Like I said, today's quiz is not going to be it's not direct. Some questions are easy, some are tough, which is why what I need you all to keep in mind is that please have a notebook, please have your textbook ready with you, and most importantly, have a pencil or pen ready. Now, if you are going to be spending 45 minutes of your time with me, you should not waste your time by talking about random things. Many of you are asking, have you watched this TV show? Do you like this particular band? I love the fact that you all want to get to know each other, and I encourage the fact that you are also, excited to know about each other. But when you're studying, right, when you're paying attention, if you've decided, Arey ma'am, 45 minutes I'm going to play Menti, does this mean that you will talk and waste time? So if you talk and waste time, then what is the point, right? No use, right? You wasted 45 minutes. You didn't get to know whether your friend likes the favorite band as you. You don't know whether your friend is actually watching that particular anime series, or whether they're watching that cartoon or watching that TV show as you are. But what have you done? You have wasted time. Then you will say, ma'am, my friend is not talking to me. I am not studying either. I don't know what I did in 45 minutes. Time waste. Do we want to do this? No, right? Which is why if you're dedicating 45 minutes and playing Menti, please pay attention. Next, many of you here in class, right? Hello Avneet and many others. Yes, hi Avneet. I can see Charu. Many of you are here. But also, many others will come and say, this ma'am is ignoring me. Ma'am is ignoring. Ma'am does not like me. Ma'am is very bad because ma'am does not want to talk to me. Please avoid saying that. I am also human, no? When the comment runs so fast, I try my best to call out your names. And most importantly, when I'm teaching, in between, you imagine I'm teaching and suddenly I call names. How will that work? So please make it a point that all of you avoid saying that, right? If you have doubts, please go ahead and ask me. Don't hesitate to ask me doubts. Yes? Okay. So everybody, we will get started. I know many of them are like, ma'am, please move on. Ho gaya. But no. Few things to keep in mind, right? Grade 8 students can also give the quiz. Yes, Pramod, I remember all of you. Ma'am, I'm a new student. How to join Menti? Please go ahead, right? Please go to a different platform or Google Chrome, different site basically. Type www.menti.com. Type the code 22406938. They'll ask you for a code. Awesome, you got 30 out of 30. Congratulations. Vaidehi. Very good. Ma'am, can't join now, ma'am. Koi nahi, Shally, you can give me the answers in the chat. Grade 8 के लिए कब होगा Satyabati? Every week, Thursday, 8 p.m. I come live for 8th grade. If I don't come live, Ankita ma'am comes live, right? Code 22406938. Everybody write your names very quickly. I don't want to see names like Daredevil and Devil Fighter and all that. Please write your real names, right? Please write your real names. I don't want to call my students things like Daredevil and all that. Huh. Okay. Hello, Ranita. Ma'am, first class. Theek hai. Very good. Hello, Nihal. Yes. Lots of love to all of you. How to join? Type www.menti.com in a different tab. Then they'll ask you for a code. Then you type this code. We'll start. Let's wait for our friends, right? Let's wait for our friends so that they can also join. It should not be that only we are done. So, ma'am, I'm done. So, I'm fine. Ma'am, is Menti link safe? Absolutely safe. We are not asking you for any personal details. We don't ask you for your name, phone number, email ID, nothing. All you need to do, go there, type this code. That's all. Okay? It's absolutely safe. Otherwise, we will not allow you all to play, no? Ma'am, fine B. Okay. Students who are edging me to start, let's wait for our friends. Some 2-3 of them are yet to join. Let's be kind, no? Hello, Riyanshi. So many new students are here. Yes, I'm waiting. 2 more minutes and then I'm going to get started. Ma'am, I have Hindi exam. I got very good marks in science. I'm so proud of you. Ma'am, find cat face. I can't find it. I'm so bad at this. Yeah, I can't find cat face. And whoever's giving NSO, all the very best. Somebody said fox. I can see a fox. So fox is here. Volcano. Fire is here. Volcano is here. What else? Ma'am, find fire. A fire is easy. Detective. A detective is also easy. I found one detective here. Donut. Donut. Very big donut is here. 80 out of 80. Amazing. Chalo. Rashi, Srijita, have we hit our like target? We have only 77 likes. Rashi, Srijita, become little more aggressive with your friends. Tell them, Arey, we have to hit the like button. So, jaldi everybody, don't forget to hit the like button on the video, right? We gotta get started. We should have at least 200 likes. Yes? Okay, chalo, we'll get started now. Question number 1. Question number 1 on your screens now. The tiny pores present on the surface of the leaves from which carbon dioxide is taken in is called as dash. Is it chlorophyll, root, hair, stomata, or is it lids? Easy peasy. You should see, by this time you should all be able to give me the answer. Itna easy. You wait. First few questions warm up. Okay. I think somebody is asking me, Abida is asking me about, ma'am, there's a mistake. Ma'am, in admit card, if there is a mistake, please let me know what to do. You can make, so I think you'll have to go back and check for the registration. If there is any error, you can go back and you'll be able to make some changes. You can check the process. Saurabh sir has made a video on the same on the channel, right? Very good. Students who got confused, see, by now we should be clear. We are talking about tiny pores which are present through which your carbon dioxide is going to enter into the leaf. How are the people, or how will carbon dioxide enter? They need to have these pores. What are those pores called as? They are called as stomata. So correct answer here is option C. For those of you who got confused with chlorophyll, chlorophyll is necessary for absorbing sunlight, not for entry-exit of carbon dioxide. Yes? Whoever is having heartbreak, no, I'm sending you complete hearts. No heartbreak. Okay? Yes, very good. Ma'am, I covered bio syllabus today. So students, many of you who've not studied transportation, I've shared a video of mine where I've taught transportation of in animals and plants entirely. I've shared it with all of you in the community post. You can go check that out in case if you don't know the chapter properly. You can watch that video. I've explained the entire concept pura ka pura, right? So you'll understand that perfectly. Yes? Ma'am, will you also show us the results? Absolutely. After every 5 questions, the results will be there. So question number 2 on your screens now. Yes? Which of the following products is formed during photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide and oxygen, nitrogen and carbohydrate. Is it carbohydrate and oxygen, or is it nitrogen and oxygen? This is halwa question, chapati question, dosa question, whatever you want to call it. Whatever is easy to make, that is this. Full marks in bio. So happy to hear that. Very, very proud. Exactly. This is halwa question. You should all gift me halwa now. Arey ma'am, you've made it so easy for us. Now it's time for us to gift it to you. Okay. See, we're talking about what are the products. That means what is formed after, right? What is formed after the process of photosynthesis. Not what is formed before or what we require, right? So what is formed after photosynthesis? We know photosynthesis is the process by which living organisms or plants especially prepare their own food, right? So we know that they will produce carbohydrates. So they produce glucose, which is nothing but carbohydrate. And they give out oxygen as a byproduct. Not carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a raw material, right? It is a raw material for photosynthesis. So don't get confused. Yes? Okay, Mahida, I'll keep that in mind. Congratulations to Ranjit. Very good. Rani, I just told you, please don't say. Ma'am, can you tell me which is raw material? Psyching star. Arey, you tell me your name. No, what is psyching star? Very interesting. What are raw materials for photosynthesis? It's basically your carbon dioxide and water that will combine in the presence of your sunlight and chlorophyll, giving me my glucose, that is carbohydrate, giving out oxygen as a byproduct. Yes? Okay. Awesome. Let's go on to question number 3, everybody. So, jaldi, jaldi. Yes, Charu, you can join the quiz, not a problem. Yes. Class 7 only. It's mainly for class 7, but class 8 can also join if you want to. Thank you, Harmony of Hosanna's. Oh, yeah, sure, you can, Anna, no problem. That's the first time somebody has ever called me that. Because normally everybody calls me Aishu or something like that. Ma'am, today was my science exam. I hope I did well. You would have done well. Have confidence, positivity. Yes. Let's go on to question number 3. Okay. The transport of water in plants occurs through dash. How does transport of water occur in plants? Hi, princess. Hello. Is it phloem? Is it chlorophyll, stomata, xylem? Now, I know I have not taught you this particular chapter, but this should be easy for us. It should be easy. Ma'am, shall I join ANTHE? Absolutely. Go ahead and write ANTHE. If you're writing ANTHE online, it's absolutely free. If you're going offline and you're going to an offline center and writing, there is a slight registration fee. But you can write it at home as well, and it's free, and you should write it, to be honest. It'll be very simple for all of you. Very good. We're talking about transport of water in plants, and we know that in the case of plants, water is transported from the roots all the way to the upper parts of the plant. And we know that water and minerals is transported by a pipe-like structure called as xylem, right? Through stomata, we know that gaseous exchange happens. That means my carbon dioxide will enter, exit. My oxygen will enter, exit, right? Chlorophyll, I already told you, no, chlorophyll is absorbing sunlight. Nothing to do with transporting water. Yes? Then phloem. I can understand if you got confused with phloem. But in the case of phloem, what you need to understand is that phloem is responsible for transport of food substances, right? It helps me in transporting food. So Rashi, always remember, xylem, I'll write this down and take a screenshot if you want to. That's why I told you have your notebook and textbook ready. Xylem is water. It helps in transport of my water, or helps in transport not of my water and minerals, but of plants ka water and minerals, while phloem mainly helps in transport of food. Now transport in xylem happens in one direction, or we say it is unidirectional, while in phloem it is bidirectional. It happens in both ways, right? Easy peasy. Okay. Thank you, Charu. Thank you so much. Very sweet of you. I hope you're clear. Riyanshi, ma'am, I'm not able to get the option. I think you are now gone to Menti. Please go ahead and check out the Menti website. You will be able to get it. Yes, Manasvi, I teach geography as well. So I mainly teach biology, but I also teach geography. Ma'am, is this helpful for Olympiad? 100% it is helpful for Olympiad also. Ma'am, tough. Oh, the questions are tough, is it? Array, this is very easy. What is the code? 22406938. That is the Menti code. Okay, let's go on to the next question. Select the incorrect statement regarding the mechanism of breathing depicted here. Now you have an image given to you, but this image is now gone and it has hidden my options, but you will be able to see it. So what is happening here? Now based on that, you have to give me which is incorrect. Take your time. Very good, Rashi and Srijita. Amazing, right? My fourth question, very tough. Array, don't worry. I'll help you out. Janvi, I have full confidence that you will become a doctor in the future. I know you can do it, and I wish you all the very best. Stay with us. If till 10th at least stay with us, I'll help you out. After that, you have, Ankita ma'am and all your other mentors. Okay. Ma'am, जो question आपने किया था वही exam में. What else do I have to hear? I'm so proud. Okay. Now I can see many of you got confused here. See, what was happening in that image? We saw that there was an image of the lungs given, and it says that air is entering. So which process is happening? If air is entering into my body, is inhalation happening or is exhalation happening? Can you tell me? Is inhalation happening or is exhalation happening? Yes? What is happening in the image? Ha, Samriddhi, you can say inspiration also, right? Inhalation, exhalation is also called inspiration. Okay? It is also called inspiration and expiration. Yes? Okay. Awesome. So now, of course, the process that is happening is inhalation. Now, what happens during inhalation? It's a physical process, right? So, my air is able to enter into my body because of two parts. It is going to be my chest. It is going to be, let me just make some space here. So, it is because of my diaphragm, right? So, when I am breathing in, it is because of the movement of my diaphragm and my rib cage. Now, diaphragm is a dome-shaped structure which separates the lungs, right? So, we see that it separates the lungs, yes, from the abdominal part. So, this is all my abdomen, my stomach and all the intestines and all of that is there. Now when I inhale, what happens is that this diaphragm moves downwards or it becomes flattened, right? So diaphragm moves downwards. That is correct about breathing in. And at the same time, the rib cage that is there, right? Rib cage that is there will move slowly outwards and inwards. Now when it moves up and outwards, what will happen? Now here this has come down. Ribs has moved out. That means some space has gotten created, right? So we see is that the chest cavity size actually increases, because of which my air is able to rush inside the lungs. So in this case, when I say chest cavity reduces, that is something that will happen during exhalation and not inhalation. So are we clear? Are we all clear, everybody? Yes? Okay. You will all become doctors and engineers of the future. I am 100% sure. No problem. Menti code 22406938. Students, help your friends out. Archana, it's okay if you have not studied, but in case if you are going to be giving ANTHE, this chapter in transportation is there. So I recommend that you actually study the chapter before you go. You will, Rashi, I know. All of you who are saying, right, that you want to achieve something in the future, you will definitely put your heart and mind and hard work into it. Ritika, ma'am, I knew the answer, but I did not read incorrect. Silly mistakes that we tend to do, so be careful. Okay. Leaderboard after this question. Yes, Dhwani, you can ask me. Anna, you will become a doctor, don't worry. Okay. Let's move on. Question number 5 on your screens now. Rani Srijita. Okay. The percentage of carbon dioxide in exhaled air, right? Percentage of carbon dioxide in exhaled air is how much? 21, 4.4, 0.04 or 16.4%. Best of luck, Prasanna. I know you will do well. Ma'am, I've studied everything, but my network is poor. Oh, it's okay. Happens. In case if you're not able to give it to me on, in case if you are not able to give me the answer on Menti, tell me the answer here. Yes? Students? Okay. Percentage. Okay, now we know that in the atmosphere we have 78. My pie chart is not accurate, but anyways, if this is my atmosphere and this is all my air, right? I know that close to 78% of it is nitrogen, right? Then I have 21% which is oxygen. Now we're talking about carbon dioxide, 21%. Who marked 21% here? 21% is going to be oxygen. We are talking about percentage of carbon dioxide in exhaled air. That means when I breathe out, how much carbon dioxide will be there? Now naturally, we see that 0.04% is there normally, right? Now in and around me, 0.04% is there. But when I exhale out, right, I see that there is 100 times more carbon dioxide than what is in my surroundings. What is the reason for this? Can you tell me? What is the reason for the fact that exhaled air has more carbon dioxide? Ma'am, is ANTHE for ICSE also? Absolutely. Nobody say that I am a loser. Nobody says that. We may struggle a little bit, but nobody is a loser. Don't say that. It breaks my heart to read that. Very good, Rashi. Proud of you. Yes. Thanks. Like leader is very responsible today. Thank you for representation. Okay. Ma'am, purification of blood. Very good. Exactly. Mitra. Very good. And many others who are getting confused here and there. So now, of course, in this particular case, what is the reason? It is because of respiration. Students, these are the easy questions. I'm very worried about the questions that are going to come later. Respiration is the process wherein your glucose is broken down, right? Food is broken down in order to release energy. So when this breakdown of glucose takes place in the presence of oxygen, we see that carbon dioxide is given out as a byproduct and we breathe it out, right? Which is why in this case, what do we observe? We see that there is 100 times more. That means if 0.04% is naturally present, then 4.4% is what we exhale out. So are you all clear now? Yes? Are you all clear for those of you who got confused? This was a very easy question. Very, very easy. Ma'am, how to open Menti? www.menti.com. Type in a Google Chrome or whatever you are using, right? Safari, whatever it is. Then type in the code 22406938. Okay. Kamlesh, mind your language. Otherwise, you don't be here. If you are going to be in my class, mind your language and please make sure that you are being respectful. Yes? Okay, so now let's have a look. Ma'am, I am confused. Okay, no, I understand. Maybe you've not completed respiration in organisms, but if you are writing ANTHE, please watch the one shot for respiration in organisms and for transportation in plants and animals. It will definitely be helpful. Yes? These are easy questions only. They're pretty direct. So on top I have East or West. Akarsh is the best. Okay, very good. Vanshika, 7th grader in riddles. Ankit Rai, then I have Jigisha, Srijita, Divyansh, Riddhi, who is the fastest, Raj, Arna and Rashi, who have made it to the top 10. Very good students, super proud. Here are 5 stars for all of you. I'll not be able to give you 5-star chocolate, so all I can give you is 5 stars. Yes? Very good. See, whatever your rank be right now, it's okay. See, whether your rank is 100, whether your rank is 200 or 500, whatever it is, it's okay. Yes? Please write it down so that next time, after the next 5 questions, try to see whether you go from 200 to, let's say, 150. That is also progress, right? We always need to look at our own progress, not compare and contrast. Look at our own progress. Yes? Ma'am, I am shocked. Are you shocked that you made it to the top 10? Oh, Divyanshi. Yes, okay, sorry Divyanshi. Okay, very good. Ma'am, science syllabus for ANTHE. See, you have heat. I don't remember the chemistry and physics topics. But for biology, you have 4 chapters. You have nutrition in plants, nutrition in animals. You have transportation in living organisms. Then, of course, you have respiration in organisms. Yes, Priyanshu, please tell me. Okay. Science, otherwise you can visit the ANTHE website, you will be able to find it. No problem, Sachin, no problem. Okay. Grade 7 SST live very soon, next week. Right? Next week we'll be doing it. Okay. So now let's have a look. Now I can see many of you have joined in, right? So now we have only 100 and I have close to 200 live watching, but very few likes. So now our next live target, Rashi and Srijita, is going to be 250 likes on this video. Yes? 250 likes. Can we achieve this target? I know we can. Thank you, Srijita, for helping me out with the physics and chemistry portions. Okay. So are we ready? Are we ready to solve the next question? How is the Josh? Ma'am, I did not study one chapter. It's okay, Archana. Now, those of you who have not studied respiration in organisms or transportation chapter, go back after this class, and in case if you want the links, I will put it in the comments of this video. Watch those classes so that you have an idea of what is there in the chapter. Trust me, you spend 1 hour and watch that one shot in 2x, you will be able to understand easily. Yes? Josh is high. Ma'am, how to join Menti? Go to www.menti.com. Then you put this code where they'll ask you to give you a code 22406938. Okay. Shall we get started with the next set of questions? Ansh, that is not possible. There is a way where, see, there are softwares and systems in place where you will be able to figure out if somebody is switching a tab. So if you're giving an online exam and you switch a tab and do Google, or in case if you are doing any form of cheating, it will be monitored. So it's not something you can cheat easily. Okay, ma'am, different types of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Example. See, in plants, basically in plants you see saprophytic mode, you see parasitic mode, like in the case of Cuscuta. Insectivorous plants are there which are half, heterotrophic. You don't see saprotrophs because they are exclusive to fungi. You see symbiotic association, like in the case of Rhizobium and leguminous plants. So Dhwani, I hope I have answered your question. Yes? Okay, question number 6, everybody, on your screen now. Okay, this is from transportation. Could be tricky because this is with respect to excretory system. The urine in human beings is passed out from the body through a small opening called as dash. Ureter, urethra, kidney, urinary bladder. Sachin, I am writing the code on the screen. You can join. Let's see. Very good. Very, very good. I like the fact that many of you, although I have not taught this, right? Although I have not taught this, or probably, but many of you got the answer to this. Now see, urine that is there is a way by which we excrete unwanted, or we excrete out nitrogenous metabolic waste, right? Now how exactly do we excrete it? Now we see that the urine that is there is produced by these bean-shaped structures called as kidneys. Now once the urine is produced, right, we see that there are these two tube-like structures called as ureters that will take the urine from the kidney all the way to a, sac-like structure called as urinary bladder. Now in this urinary bladder, we see that the urine is briefly stored. Yes, the urine is briefly stored, and once the bladder becomes full, we see that it is expelled out through a small opening, right, called as urethra. So we see that urine is passed out from the body through an opening called as urethra. So correct answer here is option B. Yes? Okay. Now we will move on to question number 7. Which organisms respire aerobically? Human beings. We respire aerobically. Very good, Aditya. I know you can do it. Yes? No problem, Priyanshu. Mirtamanna, I feel like you are just saying all this to get my attention. Why? You can just ask me to tell your name. No, I'll do that. Okay. Moving on, let's go on to the next one. Yes? The blood vessel that carries oxygen-rich blood from the lung to the heart is called as dash. Now, this has a lot to do with transportation and especially circulatory system in our body. In case if you don't know the answer, it's okay, right? But if you know the answer, I'm very happy. Ma'am, I don't know this. It's okay if you don't know. It is okay. Don't feel bad. Don't say, "Arey ma'am, I don't know anything." It's fine if you don't know the answer. Go ahead and try. But good, majority of you know this. See, now what are blood vessels? Blood vessel, as the name suggests, are those tube-like structures that are there in our body that helps in transporting blood. Okay. So what is their job? They are responsible for transporting blood. Now remember this, I am going to teach you a little bit of it right now. Now there are 3 kinds of blood vessels. Okay, so 3 kinds of vessels or tubular structures that help me transport the blood. Now there is one kind. Now we know that we have a pumping organ in my body, right? In all of our bodies, we have a pumping organ that pumps the blood to different parts. Yes. So we have the heart, we have the blood vessels, and then we have the blood. Now there are some blood vessels that take the blood away from the heart, right? So from the heart, they take it to different parts of the body. While there are some blood vessels that bring blood towards the heart, right? So from different parts of the body, they will collect it and they will bring it to the heart. Then there are some which will take it away. Now these blood vessels that transport blood away from the heart is what we call as arteries, right? So we call them as arteries that take it away from the heart. While the ones that carry the blood to the heart is what we call as veins. Now most often, what do we observe? These arteries which are taking the blood away from the heart are usually the blood vessels that take the oxygen-rich blood. Blood at the end of the day is responsible for transporting different things, right? So here we see that oxygen-rich blood is transported to different parts of the body with the help of the arteries. While the veins mainly carry carbon dioxide-rich blood, or I will say deoxygenated. That means that they carry blood which has very little oxygen and more amount of carbon dioxide. Okay? Now there is an exception. Because when my blood or when my veins are bringing all this carbon dioxide rich blood, no, I have to send this carbon dioxide outside my body. Now which system is responsible for getting rid of carbon dioxide? Yes. Which system is responsible for getting rid of carbon dioxide? Can you tell me? There is one organ system, no, from where all that carbon dioxide is getting out. Can you tell me? Very good, Evan. Very good. Yes. Very good. So as you can see, we know that it is going to be the respiratory system or the lungs, right? So we know that the lungs may say carbon dioxide will, so basically oxygen will, whatever we inhale, oxygen rich air, it will go till the lungs. From there when we exhale out, all that carbon dioxide will go. But how exactly did the carbon dioxide reach my lungs? It is with the help of these blood, basically the blood vessels that are there. Now we see that there is a special blood vessel that will transport. So what will happen? We see that there is a special blood vessel that will transport my blood from the heart all the way to the lungs. So we see that there is one very special blood vessel or one very special artery that arteries normally are supposed to, give oxygen rich blood. But there is one blood vessel or one artery that will give deoxygenated blood. And we call this as pulmonary artery, which is the only artery in my body that transports deoxygenated blood. Are you all with me? Or have you all gotten distracted saying, ma'am, something and all you are telling, I have gotten lost, so I am not listening anymore. Are you all understanding? Or have you all lost it? Saying, ma'am, nahi ho raha hai mujhse, you teach, I will just be here. Yes, everybody is asking me something. Yes or no question? No, ma'am, once again. Ma'am, I gave correct answer. Maybe misclick. Okay. No, yes, no, yes. Okay. See, for those of you who have not understood, don't worry. I will give you a link of a video which I'd recommend you that you watch it because for immediate purpose. But I'll be coming with a one shot of this chapter very soon. I'll do an entire discussion for this chapter because this chapter needs the time for you all to understand, right? So that's why it's okay if you've not understood right now. We'll go ahead and we'll discuss it more and more. Yes? Okay. See, we know that blood that is there is a substance which helps us in transporting. Now pay attention, right? All of you just close your eyes and listen to what I'm saying and try to visualize it, okay? Close your eyes and try to understand what I am trying to say, okay? Now we know that blood that is there is a fluid that is there inside our body. We have seen how blood looks like, no? Blood is like a fluid. It's there inside my body. Now, why do we require blood? We require blood because blood helps in transporting different substances. It carries different things to different parts of my body. Blood helps in transporting oxygen, and we know why oxygen is necessary. We know that blood is necessary for transporting important nutrients to different parts of my body. We know that blood is necessary for getting rid of waste materials also. So, blood is a transporting vehicle that is there inside your body. Yes? So far you are clear. Now, how will blood move inside my body? We see that there is a pump which is there inside my body that is helping it. And this pump that is there is what we call as heart. So, we know how the heart is there, right? So, we see that heart is pumping the blood to different parts. Now, how will the blood move? Blood is, somebody asked me, ma'am, what is blood? Blood is fluid. It is a liquid-like structure, right? Liquid. How will the blood move? Through blood vessels. So they are tube-like structures that will transport it to different parts. Now mainly arteries are blood vessels that go away from the heart. That means from heart to different parts of the body the artery will go. But the vein on the other hand will come from different parts of the body all the way to the heart. Now on the other hand, there is only, normally artery will carry blood that has lots of oxygen in it. While veins will carry because it's bringing from different parts of the body. No, it will normally not have a lot of oxygen, it will have a lot of carbon dioxide, right? Now we know that this carbon dioxide has to be given out. So from the heart, there will be one blood vessel which will take all this deoxygenated blood or carbon dioxide rich blood to my lungs so that from there it can go. So this is what we call as pulmonary artery. While on the other hand, pulmonary vein is what will bring all the oxygen rich blood from my lungs to the heart. Which is why in this case, the answer is option C. Are we clear? Yes, you can, Priyanshu. You can define what is blood. Yes? Blood vessels, tubular structures. Are we clear? I spent a lot of time in this question. Lots of time I spent explaining this. But are we clear? Okay. Moving on, pulse and heart rate, not exactly the same, but they are related. Okay. Let's move on. Question number 8. Okay. Breathing rate in human beings under normal conditions or when a human is at rest. What is the breathing rate? 15 to 18 times, 12 to 15, 18 to 22, 22 to 25. Ma'am, I don't know this. It's okay. Ma'am, when Diksha grade 8. See, biology classes, grade 8 classes happen at 8 p.m. every day, right? So as you can see, on Thursday 8 p.m. Menti will happen for all of you. If Menti is not opening, it's okay, guys. Don't get so frustrated. Very good, very good. At rest conditions, the breathing rate is between 15 to 18 times. This is less. These two are more, right? Higher breathing rate. ठीक है. Let's move on to question number 9. Okay, let's move on. Fermentation, Akshaya, is basically process of conversion of sugar to alcohol. If you are from grade 8, I will take your doubts when I do grade 8. ठीक है? Sufyan Khan, bacha, why you are spamming like this? Please, please don't spam. Ma'am, but this time you gave us halwa. Yeah, I know. Question number 9. See, there are some very tough questions and some easy questions also. Choose the correct option. Statement 1 says that hemoglobin is present in red blood cells that help in transporting oxygen from the lungs to different body cells. Okay. Hemoglobin combines with oxygen to form oxyhemoglobin. Krishna, next class you will be like leader. What happened, Samriddhi? Ma'am, I don't know this one. It's okay. Very good. See, hemoglobin. Now, whenever okay, let's start with something easy. Blood is dash in color. What is the answer to this? Blood is dash in color. Can you give me the answer to this? All the very best, Ansh, for NSO. I hope you write well. Yes, very good. Blood is red in color. Now, why is blood red in color? Now, we see that blood has a type of cell called as red blood cells, right? So, there are something called as red blood cells in our body that impart that red color. But what is there in this red blood cell? There is a pigment, right? Or there is a, I'll not say color because color is a very simplified way, but there's a pigment, right? So this pigment is what we call as hemoglobin. So this hemoglobin is what actually gives that red color. But apart from that, hemoglobin has a bigger function. This hemoglobin loves oxygen, okay? Hemoglobin loves oxygen, or we say that it has, or rather in biological words, we say that hemoglobin has high affinity for oxygen. So when it sees oxygen, it just has to combine with it, right? It just has to catch hold of it. So in this case, what will happen? The red blood cells, which we say is what is responsible for transporting of oxygen, we see that the red blood cells are able to transport oxygen because they have hemoglobin in it. And when hemoglobin combines, or why is it that, or how is hemoglobin able to transport oxygen? Because it's not because it will hold on to it and carry it and go, but rather we see that it will temporarily form a compound called as oxyhemoglobin. So hemoglobin will combine with this oxygen to form oxyhemoglobin, and that is how we see that they are able to transport it. Which is why in this case, what do we see? We see that both the statements are true and 2 is the correct explanation for 1. Very good, very good. See, when you're getting the answers right, or if you go wrong, don't get worried, okay? Don't get worried saying I don't know anything. It's possibly that you did not study the chapter and that's why it's hard. So first thing, in case if you have not studied any chapter, please go ahead, study the chapter and come back and watch it. Yes? Okay. Awesome. So let's go on to the next question. Now the next question has a little bit of elaboration, right? So this is the question that is there. After this, write it down in a sheet of paper, give me the answer, and then I will show you the options. Saurabh sir has fever today, so that's why Saurabh sir is not here, right? But he'll come very soon. All of you pray for his quick recovery. Yes? Let's have a look at this particular question. Yes, Janvi, I have full, confidence in you that you'll do well. See, Devik, hemoglobin is a protein that imparts that red color to it, right? Okay. Yes. In an experiment demonstrating the evolution of oxygen in hydrilla, sodium bicarbonate, this is not an easy one. Sodium bicarbonate is added to water in the experimental setup. If all the other conditions are favorable, what will be the end result? You have 4 options, okay? So there is a, let me make this easy for you. Now imagine that there is hydrilla. Now what is hydrilla? Hydrilla is an aquatic plant. It is an aquatic plant. It is green in color, okay? And we see that when you put this hydrilla, it is underwater, right? So this hydrilla will be underwater. Now what have you done? You have added sodium bicarbonate. Now when you add sodium bicarbonate to this, what will happen? There will be a chemical reaction where carbon dioxide will be given out, right? Carbon dioxide is given out. Now if carbon dioxide is given out, what is going to happen? This is from this is a combination of, this is from photosynthesis actually. I have given you, oh my god, I leaked the answer. I have leaked the answer. By now you should be able to give me the answer now. Okay. No problem, Pramod. I know it's taking me a little longer because the questions are longer. Ma'am, bit hard. I gave you the concept. I told you it is based on photosynthesis. I am telling you what is happening. I've broken down this question for you. Hydrilla is an underwater plant, right? When sodium bicarbonate is added, when sodium bicarbonate reacts with water, carbon dioxide is given out. Now, if carbon dioxide is given out, you fill in the blanks and see what would happen next. Okay. Now you tell me. Question number 10. So basically, you have to give me the answer. Vote. What would be the end result here? Chapter 17. You will have to tell me which is chapter 17 because I won't know the chapter numbers. I only know the chapter names. Ma'am, Nayan, what is hydrilla? Hydrilla is an underwater aquatic plant. It's an aquatic plant. NaHCO3 is sodium bicarbonate. I think so. Yeah. Vena cava is basically, vena cava is the largest vein in our body that brings deoxygenated blood, right? Okay. Mamta, 7 p.m., 7th grade classes happen. So let's have a look. You have, see what happens, we see that hydrilla that is there is an underwater plant, which means that even if it's underwater plant, it will do photosynthesis. I told you it's an underwater green plant. Now I added sodium bicarbonate wherein it gave me carbon dioxide. Now if carbon dioxide is given out, what will happen? We know that this carbon dioxide will be used by my hydrilla plant to do photosynthesis. So if photosynthesis is performed by hydrilla, what will happen? We see that availability of carbon dioxide has increased because of adding sodium bicarbonate. Yes. Now on the other hand, when carbon dioxide increases, that means more photosynthesis. Now if more photosynthesis takes place, that means what will happen? More oxygen will come, right? So in this case, the correct answer is option D, right? Now somebody says, ma'am, why not option B is the correct answer. But why not option D? Amount of oxygen evolved increases. Okay. But it says that carbon dioxide in water is absorbed by sodium bicarbonate. No. Carbon dioxide is getting, how will sodium bicarbonate absorb it? Sodium bicarbonate will react with water and then only it is giving me the carbon dioxide. Nothing is getting absorbed here. That is why the second part of the statement is incorrect. Okay. Are you all clear? Yes. Okay. So let's quickly move on to the second leaderboard. Ma'am, reproduction. Ansh, in a very short time, it might be difficult, but in case if you want to watch a existing one shot, it is available on the channel. Ankita ma'am has done it. I have done a crash course for the same. You can watch that. Okay? Ma'am, why forest is called dynamic living entity? Because when you look at forests, right, we know that forests that are there are made up of different living organisms. We know that there is a whole network. We see that it in itself is a habitat for so many organisms, which is why we know that there, because of the fact that so many organisms are directly or indirectly dependent on it, we say that it's a dynamic living entity. It's a very simplified explanation, but I hope I've given you the answer. Okay. Ma'am, does kidney only filter urine? Samriddhi, basically kidney filters the blood from which the urea is extracted. This urea is then diluted with excess water, salts and many other things, resulting in the formation of urine. So we always say that kidney is involved in urine production. Yes? Ma'am, I am requesting you. Samiksha, I am sorry, I missed your question. But what did you ask me? Okay, anyway, let me have a look at the leaderboard. I can see Vanshika is on top, followed by Ankit, then I have Raj, then I have East or West, Akarsh is the best, MD, Srijita, Jigisha, Yuval, Arya, Arnab, all made it to the top 10. Well done. See, I know sometimes your quiz, sometimes in some cases, what do I see? So in some cases, I see that maybe your rank would have fallen down or maybe your rank would have gone up. Now, if your rank has come down, don't be disheartened. It just means that there are 1 or 2 chapters that you have not studied and that's why you went wrong. Or this is just going to show that you need to just learn the concepts and apply the concepts a little better. That's it. Nothing more than that. Don't be disheartened in any way. Yes? Okay. Hello, Prithvi. Ma'am, what muscle is the heart made up of? The heart is made up of a specialized kind of muscle called as heart muscle. Code is 22406938. Yes? Okay. So shall we move on? Shall we move on to question number 11? I might take 15 more minutes, but let's wind this up. Now this is again a question which is going to be diagram based. Now you need to be little attentive here. Select the correct statement with respect to the parts given labeled as 1, 2, 3 and 4. So whenever you have this, what should you do? You should label 1, 2, 3 and 4, no? So can you tell me what is 1, 2, 3 and 4? Jaldi, jaldi. What is 1, 2, 3 and 4? Hello, Moini. What is 1? Ma'am, which chapter? Nutrition in animals. This you should tell me. Easy peasy one. Okay. So 1 right here is esophagus, right? 1 right here is esophagus, which is our food pipe. Very good. So this is our food pipe. Now what is 2? 2 is pointing towards some leaf-like organ. So what is 2? 2 that is there is going to be basically the pancreas, right? So 2 right here is the pancreas. Now next up we have 3. 3 is pointing towards this highly coiled structure here. Yes? So this right here, this highly coiled structure, what is it? Very good. 3 right here is the small intestine. So we have the small intestine here. Then what is 4 pointing towards a large tube-like thing here? Very good. The large tube-like thing right here is large intestine. Very good. So this right here is large intestine. Now, 2, pancreas pours its secretion into part 3. Okay, this is correct, right? This statement is correct. 1 creates a passage for the movement of food to the stomach. 1 that is esophagus. This is also correct. 4 here says that it absorbs water and salts. This is correct. It says that part 3 here is the largest part in the body. Is small intestine the largest part? Think about it. Based on that, you have to tell me which among the following is correct. Okay, select the correct answer. Your 4 options from which you need to identify which is correct. Ma'am, I won't leak. I know this one I leaked the answer. Actually, when I started solving, I realized that I leaked most of it. Hello, Saksham. Okay. See I don't know why many of you, I said no, A, B, C is correct. So in this, all you had to do was just, see, this goes to show sometimes that you don't pay attention to what I am talking, right? I leaked the answer also. By now, you should have been able to give me the answer. Yes? Okay. So let's go on. Question number 12 on your screens now. Yes? Question number 12 on your screens now. Let's have a look. Bacteria A lives in the roots of B as it cannot make its own food and it converts atmospheric nitrogen into a usable form. What is A and B? You have a table and you need to identify which is correct. This is the easiest question. All of you should be able to give me the correct answer. Bacteria A living in root nodules of something called B. Ma'am, is this 6th, 7th or 8th? This is for grade 7. Actually, you guys got too much time for this question, I feel. You should have only 30 seconds. Ma'am, that chapter I won't read. Hey, you have to read this chapter, very important. You can't say that I won't read the chapter. With confidence, no? Hello, Devashri, all the best for NSO. Hello, Zehan. This was so easy. A, living, doing atmospheric nitrogen fixation. A is rhizobium. What is B? Leguminous plants. Easy peasy. Question number 13. We'll wind this up very soon. No, ma'am, there was less time because you have to read question also. Oh, okay, fine. Okay. Question number 13. Ma'am, I don't like that lesson. You can't say that, no. And if you don't like, you have to study, no. See, like when I was in school, I did not like physics. But I still studied physics. I like this plea. Like for Lycosaurus, ma'am, please. Okay, incorrect match. Which among the following is an incorrect match? Ma'am, I also don't like physics. Don't say that. Saurabh sir will feel so bad. But see, he makes learning physics fun, right? Okay. This also I feel like too much time you guys have got. But ma'am, I don't know. It's okay. Ma'am, this is not in my syllabus. Hey, this is there in nutrition in animals. This is the part in nutrition in animals that we ignore. Oh, this is easy. Who wants to read? Very good, correct answer. Many of you got this correctly. So proud. So in the case of housefly, see, think about it logically. Housefly does not have a mouth like us to chew the food, right? We are able to chew our food. But houseflies don't have a mouth to chew the food. We know that they have other mouth parts that help in taking in the food, but it is not chewing. Which is why the incorrect match here is option D. Easy peasy. Yes? Okay. Now, the next question also, right? The next question that is there, as you can see, we see that P right here is it excretes waste chemicals from the body in the form of ammonia. Q says that it excretes waste in the form of semi-solid white colored compounds. R says that it's major excretory product. Okay. Now I'll give you one clue. Focus on P. P says that P is an organism that excretes waste chemical in the form of ammonia. This is going to be your keyword. Now based on this, can you tell me which is the correct match for P, Q and R? Which is the correct match here for P, Q and R? That is what you have to give me the answer for. Yes? So 14 on your screens, you can give me the answer. Ma'am, you are ignoring me. Who is this? After so long, if you say I'm ignoring, no, I'll only feel bad. I'll say you are ignoring me now. Okay. So let's get started, everybody. Okay, ma'am. Largest gland in the body is liver. Largest organ is skin. Very good. See, I told you, what was the key word? We saw that P, that is there, excretes waste in the form of ammonia. Now, aquatic animals are the ones which mainly do that. So, all you have to look for is an aquatic animal in P. Not snake, not lizard, they are not aquatic, only fish is there. So, in this case, we see that fishes excrete waste in the form of ammonia. We see that lizards, reptiles that are there, normally excreted in the form of uric acid. Human beings excreted in the form of urea. Unnati, please don't say that. Last question for today. Ta-da-da-da-da. Now, before I go to the last question, I have a question for all of you. Did you like the questions in today's Menti? Did you all like today's Menti quiz? Because normally in Menti quiz, no, we end up giving you some easy questions. But today we are actually looking at some very interesting questions. Now, if you tell me, ma'am, no, I didn't like it today because very tough questions, I was not able to answer. See, understand that if I keep giving you easy questions, when a tough question comes, no, you'll be like, ma'am, I can't solve. But now that I've given you very tough questions, when easy questions come, you're like, this is nothing for me. I solved even tougher ones with Aishwarya ma'am, no? So you'll have more confidence, which is why always, even if it is tough, it is okay. It is okay because the more you face challenges, the more confident you become about yourself. Yes? Okay. So with that, we will have a look at the last question for today. No problem, Samriddhi, no problem. This has some fancy words, but it's easy only. Match the following. Pulmonary respiration means lungs. I'm making it easy because I feel bad. I don't know. Suddenly I have lots of, I want to make things a little easy. Then you have branchial, tracheal, and you have cutaneous. Cutaneous here means skin, right? Then you have tracheal. That means that there is some bifurcation that you see here. Bifurcation in the form of tracheal tubes. Yes? Now, based on this, can you give me the answer? Ma'am, now it's difficult. It's okay. Ma'am, bit confusing, it's fine. Give the answer nonetheless. Very good, all of you, very good. I can see that majority of you here have got the correct answer, right? Let's have a look. Now you have earthworm. Now earthworm, how does it respire or how does breathing take place? Breathing that takes place or rather gaseous exchange happens with the help of moist skin, right? So we see that this right here is moist skin, which is what we call as cutaneous. Cutaneous means moist skin. Now next one is humans. Now how do we breathe or how does gaseous exchange happens? We know that it's the lungs. So pulmonary respiration. Now you have insects. We know that in insects there are these small tubes called as small openings called as spiracles that lead into structures called as tracheal or trachea, right? Which are the tubes that are there. So in this case, what do we observe? In the case of insects, it is going to be the tracheal respiration, leaving me with prawns that exhibits branchial respiration, right? So in this case, with respect to this combination, correct answer here is option C. Fancy words, but concept is very simple. Yes? Okay. Khushbu, you are in 6th grade. That's why they are very, very tough. But I'm telling you, when you come to 7th standard, this will be easy only. So don't worry. Okay? Now we'll go on to our final leaderboard for today. Yes? Final leaderboard, and let's have a look. Sujata, breathing is a physical process where air enters and goes out. Respiration is a chemical process where glucose is broken down in order to release energy. Yes? So I can see Vanshika has made it to the top with 13,000 points, followed by Raj, Jigyasha, MD. Let me see the other names. Then I can see Jigisha, Srijita, MD. East or West, Akarsh is the best, Arnav, Divyanshi and Apsara Gogoi. Congratulations all of you, congratulations. Yes, very proud of all of you, very, very proud. I hope you enjoyed this quiz. If you've enjoyed this quiz, then you know how important it is to give ANTHE, right? You know that such interesting questions will come in ANTHE, and thereby all of you will be able to challenge yourself. And the more you challenge yourself, the more you will be confident about facing challenges. Not just in school, but in general, you'll become more confident about yourself, right? So I hope all of you enjoyed this class. If you have, don't forget to let me know in the comments of this video. And if you have some specific doubts, again, let me know in the comments. In case if you want to watch the respiration in organisms ka one shot followed by transportation, I'll pin the links as well in the comments so that you can watch it whenever. So thank you so much. Rashi and Srijita, very proud of being today's like leaders. You guys have done an amazing job. So super duper proud of all of you. And of course, if you want to take part in all these interesting things that we do, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the channel. And thank you so much for being a part of today's class. I know it extended a little bit more beyond than what I had told you. I told you 45 minutes, but it's almost an hour. But the fact that you enjoyed the class is what matters the most to me. If you did, again, don't forget to let me know. So thank you so much, everybody, for being there in today's class. I'll see you all soon. But up until then, take care. Lots of love to all of you and all the very best for your exams if they're going on. I know you will do really well. Yes, lots of love. Bye-bye.